thank you for continuing to subscribe to me, Pi, and thank you for the Here, let me play it. So it didn't play it in the intro, but and Enemy 16, thank you for subscribing with Prime. I usually don't expect this stuff to happen like right as I start to stream and all that. But hey, here's the proper introduction, and I decorated for Halloween. It's a little more grandiose in my mind, but this is I don't got all the time in the world, even though I got all the time in the world. I am lazy. I just I always look forward to Halloween, and I've always had like all these ideas of like, ooh, what do I want to do for Halloween? Ooh, I want to do this and that, and then I never get around to fucking doing it. And then like, I don't know. I love Halloween. It's just it takes a lot of proper planning, and then like trying to find Halloween colors and like making them all complement each other and the way that I like is pretty difficult. I like the neon greens and the purples and the pumpkin oranges and... Thank you. Yeah, there's probably more I could have put into the scene, but just the way I have the room is it's already a fucking nightmare to navigate the file. Immersion breaking, talking about the whole creation of the art assets. Hopefully my microphone sounds decent. I didn't like... I should have checked things more and make sure they're all working just fine. I'm sure they're working. If you guys are like actually responding, then yeah. So today we're playing a game that I've wanted to play on stream for a number of years. It's a great PS2 game, and it's by one of my favorite developers, Treasure. And it's just weird, delightful, quirky, and I love it. And I have a bunch of like excerpts from the manual. This is one of those games that if you don't have the manual, but you have like a physical copy of it, you're basically missing half of the game, in my opinion, because the manual has a bunch of a bunch of crucial information on the story. Because I feel like this game was more of a tech demo, maybe turned into like a retail game of Treasure just experimenting with 3D games and what they could do, since I believe this was their actual official jump into kind of like a 3D platformer space. Not 100% sure of their release schedule timeline though. Yeah, I'm gonna pull some titties if my aim is bad. This game, anytime anyone plays this, like Game Grumps a long time ago, and even more recently, Vinny of Vinesauce showcased it on Weird Japanese Games, and he couldn't believe what he was seeing, were the fact that Treasure developed this game. Well, I for one can believe Treasure developed this game because they've always been fucking weird, and they've always made super quirky, like, questionable things. They're just a really, really great, fun developer. And it's always funny. You're at a party discussing video games and you whip out the like, oh, here's this game with giant boobies, and also this is from the same developer who made an amazing Ronald McDonald and Treasure Land adventure platformer for the Sega Genesis. You get quite a lot of like interesting stuff out of Treasure as a developer. Amazing music, amazing visuals, amazing gameplay styles. I just I love the hell out of Treasure. They made a lot of my favorite games growing up. So what was I saying? The manual. If you're missing a manual and a physical copy, then like, this is one of those games where you want to own the manual 100%. Because it's got all this, like, crucial information in it. Like, it pulled a Balan Wonderland before Balan Wonderworld, or whatever the fuck the name of that game is. Where it's like, oh, the story is in a book. Read the book. But at least the book came with the game in this situation. You didn't have to fucking pay Square Enix like $10 extra to actually get context of like what the fuck is going on in the story. It's not the most complex story. But Balan what? Balan who? Yeah, I'll play Balan eventually. As I've always said, like, I love quirky games, I love very flawed games. This game is flawed in its own way. I like to give them a chance. Visually, they're very interesting. I love Stretch Panic, and I don't know, maybe I love Balan even though it's like basically a shitty game. It's got soul, which is what I look for in a game. But yeah, here I got the pages of the manual that have the story. Hey. Nah, this music's too crazy. Here we go. Alright, Linda lived in a big house on the outskirts of town with her 12 sisters, all of whom were extremely vain. All day long her sisters would put on makeup, try on different clothes, and strut about the house, admiring themselves in mirrors. They rarely talked, pausing only to compliment each other on how beautiful they looked. "My, how beautiful I look today," said Jelly Chan, as she admired herself in one of the house's many large mirrors. "This outfit looks absolutely fabulous on me." "Linda, don't I look spectacular?" "Yes, Jelly, you look lovely, as always," replied Linda, who wasn't in the least bit vain. In fact, Linda could not understand her sister's fascination with their appearance. The only piece of clothing Linda truly loved was an old green scarf, which had been given to her by her late father. "And look at you, always wearing the same gaudy striped shirt and stupid cap. And that scarf, it's so old it should be buried. Honestly, Linda, you're a complete disaster. Why don't you let us give you a makeover?" "Because I don't want a makeover. I like my clothes. At least they fit me. That skirt is obviously 2 sizes too small for you." "Don't you take that tone of voice with Jelly," said Spirit, the oldest of sisters. "She's right, you do look like a mess. Now make yourself useful, go down to the mall and pick up our weekly cosmetics supply." Linda was the youngest in the family, and was used to being bossed around. Since her sisters rarely left the house, they couldn't stand to be away from their wardrobe for very long. Linda was always delegated to go into town for groceries and whatnot. Linda didn't really mind though. In truth, she liked to get outside and enjoy a break from her sisters once in a while. So Linda walked down the long road into town, picked up her sister's cosmetics, order from the beauty store. There were so many boxes, Linda could barely carry them all. As she staggered back from town, trying to keep her balance with the boxes stacked way above her head, she heard the sound of a vehicle getting closer. She looked around but couldn't see anything, even though the sound was getting louder and louder. Suddenly, from out of nowhere, a large truck with a bizarre logo on the back appeared, and zoomed by Linda, almost hitting her. Linda lost her balance and dropped all the boxes. As the truck drove away into the distance, it seemed to her that the logo on the back was almost laughing at her? No, it must be her imagination. Linda slowly gathered up the boxes and continued on towards home. Meanwhile, the truck pulled to a stop outside Linda's house. A few seconds later, the front door opened and a large package was pushed inside. Before anyone could see who or what had made the delivery, the door slammed and the truck drove away. All of the 12 sisters gathered round the package, curious as to what it was and who it was for. "Maybe it's food for me," said Jelly Chan hungrily. "Perhaps it's makeup for me," said Mirage hopefully. No, it must be that new blouse I ordered," said Samantha excitedly. "That's strange, there's no address on it. Just this cosmetics leaflet." commented Spirit. As Spirit reached out to pick up the leaflet, the package began to shake. All the sisters jumped back, startled. Slowly the tabs unfolded, and the box began to open by itself. As the sides dropped to the floor, a mysterious-looking doorway was revealed. The door was closed, but a hypnotic chorus of strange voices could be heard from inside. Sisters, sisters, do not be frightened. Gather round and be enlightened, for we have come from far away to grant your heart's desire this day. Such glamour we have rarely seen. Y'all could pass as beauty queens. Your clothes look great, as does your hair. Your makeup is without compare. And yet, you know it's not enough, for any girl can buy this stuff. You need a look that's more unique, a style beyond conventional chic. Well, ladies, it's your lucky day. There's no reason to dismay, for it's well within our power. Let me pull up the second, right in the middle. To change your shape this very hour. Now, ultimately, it's your decision to manifest your inner vision, but trust us, it's the best cosmetic. We guarantee you won't regret it. Your desire has drawn us here. Your vanity has overcome your fear. Step through the doorway to damnation, and we'll begin the transformation. By the time the voice had finished, the sisters had completely forgotten about Linda and their cosmetics delivery. In fact, they had pretty much forgotten about everything. They barely even noticed as the door slowly began to open. As Linda approached the house, tired from carrying her sister's cosmetic boxes all the way back from the store, a blinding light started flashing from inside, visible through all the windows. There was a large explosion, windows shattered and the light spread, engulfing Linda. Linda dashed inside and instantly saw the source of the light. Standing right there in the middle of the front of the hall was a mysterious open doorway with light pouring out. Linda approached the door cautiously. As she stepped directly into the light, she heard a strange, high-pitched, mischievous laugh. Then right before her eyes, her scarf started to move, coiling around her like a snake. Linda gasped as the end turned black, split like fingers, and a huge eye opened on the back. Her scarf had become possessed. Just then, Linda heard the whispering voices coming from the other side of the door. Because of the light, she could not see who was speaking. Linda, step through the portal. Join your sisters. Join us. What have you done with my sisters? Shouted Linda. We have made them beautiful, like your scarf. Do you want to become beautiful, Linda? I don't want to become anything. I just want my sisters back. They belong to us now. If you want them, hissed the voices, their tone changing dramatically. Then come and get them. Even though she was scared, Linda knew she was her sister's only hope. Without hesitation, she stepped through the doorway and into the light. And, yeah, that's, too long, didn't read. That's the proper context of the story. So, I do also have information on all the sisters and some different aspects of the game. It's good flavor text lore. Now part of me is I bring up one more and then we'll jump right into the game. It's just Linda's little bio right here. Although Linda is the youngest of the 13 sisters, she is in many respects the most mature. While the rest of her sisters aspire to be like their mother, which has led to their vanity, Linda takes after her father, making her both hard-working and good-natured. On her 6th birthday, Linda's father gave her a bright green scarf, a present which she wears every day as a reminder of him, regardless of the weather. By a twist of fate, Linda's scarf has become home to a demon of vanity. The demon possesses the power to deform any object it touches by giving the object elasticity. From the point of contact, regardless of its original substance, Linda has control over this demon, as long as she satisfies its desire to stretch things. Linda is also very fond of her tomato monster cap, on which she has pinned her two favorite badges, Heckle, the sun, and Jekyll, the crescent moon. Despite how conceited her older sisters behave, Linda loves them all dearly, and will go to any lengths to save them. So she's got everything about her has like a little name or a quirk to it. So that shines some proper context on like what the hell is even happening in this game. So let's hop right into it. So it's not really a long game. I'll try and make the stream last as long as I can. Here we go. Okay. Let me start it up. But first, excuse me while I do something real quick. Okay. If you notice any delay in the audio, please let me know, but it should work. I tested this beforehand. Yeah, you own the Japanese copy. And I would expect that pretty much, since you've told me like you love to collect a bunch of weird Japanese games. Yeah, I don't think anyone's actually translated the Japanese versions of that, unfortunately. Maybe one day someone will step up to the bat and do it. So we'll have the opening cinematic, which is basically what the manual laid out in the sequence of events. Just a lot more vague. And it's like, and it's really cool stylistic comic frames. There might be a graphical flaw here or there. I can't fix everything about it. Treasure presents. Stretch Panic. I just love this little opening sequence. I love a lot of opening sequences for games, honestly. Like that second half of it with like just the music. I just really enjoy it. And here we are in Limbo. Do I have any notes on Limbo? No, I didn't bring anything, but I have some proper context on something that's coming up. So, the Bonita Zako. The EX worlds are populated by Zako minions of the Demons of Vanity, which Linda must defeat to earn points. The primary form of Zako are the Bonitas, young women who wish that a certain part of their body was augmented well. The Demons of Vanity heard their cry and were more than happy to grant their wish. Bonitas use their augmented appendages to both attack and maneuver and defend their weak point, the rest of their body. So you'll see them in just a moment. Now the way this game works is, you need to go to these like little open areas and defeat a bunch of enemies and get points. And you use the points to fight the various sisters and execute certain attacks which are very crucial to beating the game. And I might screw up and waste points quite often, because the controller I'm using is kind of a piece of shit. And the button I'm supposed to hold has a habit of sometimes canceling itself. So here we go, see? The Big Booba game. Everyone loves the Big Boobas. They go, what the fuck? Treasure made this? So, let's see, I accidentally grabbed the boob. I'm pretty sure this is like impressive for back in the day of like the PS2 hardware, like, oh my god, look at what they're doing. My aim is off. I'm basically just trying to pull their ponytails or pull their bra straps or whatever. And rack up these points so that I could use them in the various boss battles. And this area like has some of the best music in the entire game. It's such a like good song. It doesn't really match what's happening. See, she just fucking charges right at me. She's out for blood. So you could at least get like 2 points per Zako Bonitas, but you gotta aim carefully. Yabupe. I'm pretty decent at aiming the scarf, I think. I'm not like a speedrunner, but like I've seen some crazy speedrun tactics be done. And at one GDQ a long time ago, I forget what year it was, maybe 2016, they did have a speedrun of Stretch Panic, and it was played by 2 people, a joystick and basically 1 person per joystick. It was a joint effort, and that was a fun one to watch. Oh. Yeah, if I could get one to fucking fall off the stage. They're a little difficult to get to fall off the stage here. Well, I get to showcase one of their attacks, or they try and flatten me with their massive breasts. There will be other opportunities to show off what happens when they fall off the stage, so I'm pretty sure most people probably will have already seen like Vinny's showcase of it, because that got clipped out of context what happens. Yeah, I accidentally grabbed the boob. So many wasted points, and points are very crucial. If I want to be able to try and min-max my my gameplay. Okay, I'm not a pro at games. I'm not good at games. I'm decent. Alright, there's one last. Shit. I got 15 points in the first world. Not too bad. I'm gonna go immediately to the second EX world. There's like 4 of these total in the game. It's not a long game. It's more of a boss rush game. These little levels basically just exist to grind points. It's like I wonder if like this is like possibly like maybe a tech demo that they turned into a real game, just like see what they could do with it. I think this like won an award at like E3 for like one of the most impressive games at the time. Shitposty Monster Hunter. Got her. It feels good to successfully fling yourself. Right, maybe we'll be able to see it up here, what happens when they fall off. Come on. Trying to shove her off the stage. Come on. No. Oh, there we go. Helicopter titties. Shit. The helicopter booba. Excuse me? I think anyone would hate when their boobs do that. Get to be an old hag with the saggy titties and like you just helicopter your way to the like grocery store. Oh, damn it. Someone's helicoptering. Did I accidentally throw her off the stage? Where is she? Oh, there she is. The movement in the game is a little bit weird. We almost got to see the helicopter again, but while I had her, I just wanted to like, you know, just get the point. We've already seen the booba. I love the spotlight in this stage. Like a little cool setting on like on top of like dark skyscrapers and like this like demon world, and you get like a little picture of the Zaco demon just like shining around and following you. Alright, 27 points. We should be able to do this. Had to check something real quick. And okay. So I have a few options on who we can fight first. I am gonna go with my favorite fight. One of my favorite fights first. Siren's a cool boss. What? Alright, let's see if I can do this. You gotta save all the little babies. Saved them all. So that's the Scarf Bomb. It takes like 5 points to do it, which is why you want all those points. And it's crucial to getting the true ending of the game. But I don't really think there's like any other ending you can get. You're pretty much forced to do this if you actually want to beat the game. I'm gonna showcase like what happens if you don't get all the little babies off her milk dress, I guess. So you notice I had this little guy flying around? I exorcised the demon from her. So that means I can actually defeat the boss properly now. There you have it. They got the repetitive voice clips too. Well, I love jank like that. Let's see if I could do the other attack that you can do. If there's a quick way to do that, I don't know it. Alright, we gotta save the babies again. Like a very specific like rhythm pattern you gotta go to like properly grab these and not like grab the ground around them. Shit. Almost got it. You gotta be quick about that. It's only one I have to deal with. It's funny to like actually kill her, and you get a point for doing it too. Like if you hit the boss's like specific like special objective or weak point or whatever, it gives you some bonus points. And it does like a ton of damage to them. I might just have to beat her with the basic stretchies. The fucking her damage bar on the top right. When that star fills, that's basically you have beaten the boss. And the different colors dictate like the certain damage types that you've done to her. I'm not doing a good way at explaining the game's mechanics very well. Did it. Now we can just sit back and watch as this happens. That's how you gotta defeat Siren. You don't have to do it that way, but it's fun to watch her just fucking explode. And see, little demon we separated can't repossess her.
Yes, funky.
Almost forgot to take out my controller again. I need a controller check redeem. Yay, it's funky. Right. So, if we go back in the room, we get to hear some music and run around, but I'm pretty sure we'll see it at some point. Well, actually, oh, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. I'm not drinking water, I'm drinking Pepsi. Sure, I'll just showcase the music real quick. And I'll explain it again, in case my explanation kind of sucked. So, normally this song would play after a boss fight, if you defeated it without exorcising the demon with a scarf bomb. And you would have to fight the boss again, and you would have to, exorcise the demon properly. And yeah, I got a Pepsi. It's a neat little song. I like Siren Stage too. It's just like this fucking green floating island in the middle of like this snowy Alps area. Yeah, but because I successfully exorcised her, she's done. It's got that comfy KO Island feel, yeah. Alright, so let's do Miss Mecha next. But actually, before I do that, I do have proper context on, like, this is another cool quirk of the manual, if you have the manual. Siren's original ambition was to become a successful opera singer. Well, in her possessed form, she's singing to a potentially captive audience. They say music has the power to transform the soul. In Siren's case, this transformation is quite literal. Don't be deceived by her innocent facade. When this dark diva sings, all hell is about to break loose. So each sister has her own little lore in the manual. I love that. I love that in games. I have a physical copy, and so I got the manual and everything. Yeah, let's fight Miss Mecha next. Pyro's a fun fight. Miss Mecha's kind of a pain in the ass. I love this opening scene so much. Just the possession and the music and the chaos and the pulsing. It's so fucking good. This is how you introduce a boss and get people hyped. I love corruption and possession, like, used as like a little in games and stuff. It's always fun. So I wanna shit. I want to be able to, like, grab onto one of her legs and make her stumble. But the camera's not working with me here. There we go. Fuck, the rockets are out. Ah. Damn it, yeah. A lot of the sisters, like, their vocabulary consists of damn it, so this does a ton of damage, but mainly you want to be able to do it for 5 seconds to be able to properly exercise each of the sisters. But you do have some invulnerability, but not complete invulnerability, so you want to use it at the most opportune time you can. I could just hammer away with like basic attacks, or like do a tackle if I want. I would love for her to start firing the missiles again, because then I could just sit back and easily reflect those and do some reflective damage. Oh, here we go. I like how the little demon just kind of like hangs. Oh fuck! Shit! He kind of like works to my detriment here because like he blocks out the missiles and I don't see when they're coming. Oh, I love how the missiles have like the little crazy face on them. That's like one of my favorite little design quirks. Is like when things have that stupid grin. Shit. Oh. Oh well. Nah, I can't get it, I can't get it. Oh, here we go. Another sister successfully saved. Now, something about the sisters is they're randomized. I wish they weren't randomized. I don't know why they did that. So we got like the tall blonde sister here. But if I failed the fight and I came back into it, it would be a completely different sister. It could be like one of the fat ones, one of the tiny ones, or a different colored hairstyle. It's kind of like weird with that. I don't know if we'll see this if I like botch any of the fights. I think I'll probably botch some of the fights and we'll have to see it again. I believe one of the devs stated in an interview that they originally were going to have the little demon that follows after you exercise them to attack you, but they removed it because it made the game too hard during feedback. Yeah, I would imagine, but that would have like added an extra layer of like difficulty. Like, okay, when do I use the scarf bomb attack? Do I do the majority of damage first and then go for the exorcism, or do I do it straight away? For some bosses, like doing it almost immediately is better than waiting. Let's look at the lore for... Where is she at? Miss Mecha is the most creative of all the sisters. Before she became consumed with vanity, she wanted to become an inventor. Her vision of perfect beauty is to see herself as the helm of one of her more complex inventions. Unfortunately for Linda, that invention is a giant robot. But don't worry, the robot is far from perfect and can be thrown off balance with a well-placed torpedo attack. Alright, for the next boss, we'll do Cinder. I wonder what sister we'll get. This is like one that actually makes sense. She's got the purple hair, and like when you see the boss, it actually kind of looks like her in a way. Oh shit. So I fucked that up. You're supposed to grab her uvula and stretch it. And that'll give you a point and do a ton of damage to her. But you get caught in the animation if you fail. And she's snorting little bombs at me. Okay, let's see if I can aim this properly. There we go. And I failed to get the uvula in time. Oh yeah, you get bored. I don't know if I could still grab the uvula. Words. There we go. Got it again. And I get an extra point, which is useful. I like her boss arena. It's just a room with a fire in it. To just further illustrate the fact she's like a fucking pyromaniac. Her little hairs, or pigtails or whatever, are like little rockets. Can I get it? No. There we go. And we got her. Another perfect exorcism.
Yes, funky.
So the actual box art for this game, Cinder is on it, Miss Mecha is on it, and I think Siren is on it. Those are the three cover enemies that you see. No, that's Jelly Chan. That's in the Devore. Alright, so Cinder. Here we go. Cinder before she was possessed by the demons of vanity. Cinder always had an unhealthy fascination with fire. Now that she's been transformed into her own image of perfect beauty, Cinder's pyromaniac tendencies have once again resurfaced. Cinder's weak spot is her explosive Adam's apple, the fiery source of her power. When she breathes fire, she is both at her most dangerous and vulnerable. And now I believe this one is Spinner. This is an extremely easy boss. It's got a cool arena, though. It's one of the more, like, crazy designs, I suppose. This one just, like, resonates, Silhouette Mirage vibes. I kind of, like, wonder... It had to, like, been the same artist that did the character designs for this game that did Silhouette Mirage. I know the composer for this game also did Wario World for the GameCube. and then also worked on the Simpsons arcade game. So this game is actually somewhat related to the Simpsons arcade. See, the boss is like nearly already dead and I've done jack shit. I like want to listen to the music and showcase some of the attacks a bit. This is another thing you can do if you like. You can manage to like grab little balls or whatever. You could throw them. But it doesn't hurt anything as far as I know, unless I just do it wrong all the time. Yeah, if she hits you though, it's like, it fucking hurts. But I grinded some extra points on that. That was good. Steven's penis. That stupid animation. I can't get that dumb shit out of my mind anytime someone brings up Steven Universe. Here I am hoping to have a nice VOD afterwards that like anyone could just drop in and learn more about this game, but now I'm gonna be talking about fucking Steven Universe. Alright, so now some more doors have opened up, and we have some more battles to go through. Let's go to... I forget what these are called, but I think they're the Haunted Towers. It's the EX World 3. I think it's EX World 3. So, not a whole lot of enemy variety in this game. Though they do get a little bit more aggressive in some of these later stages. If you choose to do them. You could always like go back and just do like the first world if it's more efficient to grind. This one's kind of a pain in the ass to navigate. But you do get more points out of these ones. Since they like have higher hit points. They're just the same but more aggressive. They want to punch me with their tits. That was a waste of a point that I could have got, but not much I could do with like 2 giant breasts. Are like trying to prevent me from... Oh, come on. Alright, I think I need to grab that one that's over there if I can. Or I just need to properly align myself. Traversing this stage is a little tricky. It's cool, and I wish there was like more aspects of the game that utilize like slingshotting yourself like this. But this is like one of the only instances where you get to do it. And it doesn't really work that well. I think the way that speedrunners do it is they like somehow manage to get the second one to like quickly flip themselves. There we go. So it shouldn't matter like in most of the boss battles like doing a fuck ton of damage because the Scarf Bomb Exorcism move isn't based off of damage to purify a boss. as long as you could keep a grip on it for 5 seconds and not lose that grip from like taking damage or having the boss like break free, then you could like do it successfully. But having a lot of points is generally just a good idea. Oh, thank you for the follow, Panic Stretch. It's good to see there's other people that are really big fans of this game. Oh, we forgot to look at Spinner's lore real quick. So let me pull that up after I'm done dealing with this Bonita. Oh, awesome! You've done fan art of it. I always need to draw fan art of like my favorite games. I'm like, the mood comes and goes for me a lot of the time, and like I end up like never getting around to it. Alright, so Spinner is one of the younger sisters and is extremely hyperactive. She is very sporty and enjoys outdoor activities. Before she was seduced by the demons of vanity, she enjoyed running around in circles to make herself dizzy and tired. Her transformed state is balanced like a pendulum to take full advantage of her centrifugal fascination. Like, I'm hoping not to like forget the sisters. Like, anytime I like defeat the sister, I like want to have the pull up the lore. Oh, thank you. That's all the Zacco Bonitas, I think? No, there's some more over there. Yeah, I love her boss fight arena. And just like the fact that her design reminds me of something out of a Silhouette Mirage. Like one of the, I think they're like these weird angel things that like, they're more like animalistic, but they also look like parasites. That's another game I eventually do want to play from Treasure. Oh yeah, my model, like I drew the art and I rigged it myself. It doesn't like have a lot of like fancy bells and whistles for a VTuber model, but it works fine with how I wanna use it and do VTube. I'm more of a gamer person, I guess, so the less distracting my model, the better. How hard was it? It's I think anyone could technically do it. Easy. You just need to follow guides and have the ability to, well, it depends on how a person draws too. If you're used to drawing with a lot of layers, it's basically like making a fancy, elaborate paper doll. The hardest part is the rigging. And as long as you follow a guide, and there's some really good guides out there, I think anyone could like make their model. It's just like patience and applying yourself, and try not to get too like what's the proper word? Overwhelmed, because Live 2D is a very overwhelming program when you open it. And I felt overwhelmed multiple times. I had the model like 90% finished, and like for like 6 months, I was just kind of like not too lazy to work on it, but like more like anxiety induced, like, okay, like it's nearly done, but like what if it's broken and doesn't work, or like what if I did something wrong? And then like I put the finishing touches on it finally, and like okay, and so I was just working. Oh well, that's one way to get to the exit. Video tube program. Yeah. A lot of people like to do the PNG because like It's a... You could do a lot more variety with those models, I feel. It takes a lot of effort to just even rig one model, and like, there's things I gotta learn how to do, like, Yeah, thank goodness they moved the doors to where you spawn. Right, so in order to get into Jelly Chan's battle, I have to spend 3 points. I'm gonna try Jelly Chan. What was I saying? PNG tubers could like have fun and like theme themselves and like do things a lot more quicker than doing a live 2D. Live 2D could be a couple of months, or depending on how much of a monster you are, maybe a few weeks or something of like getting the model to work properly. Oh, the Japanese version that moved the doors. Yeah. I have the Japanese version on hand too, and I'm gonna take a look at that one after I'm done with the English version. Okay, Good shit. See, that's what happens right there, is like the boss, like, they will interrupt you. Oh, I got so lucky none of those lasers hit me. Okay, Jelly Chan has been exercised, but I had to waste like 5 points to do it. It's the red lightning bolts, if I could get it, but... It's... I don't know if there's like a way to trigger the red lightning bolts and like get her underneath of it. I usually just like... just attack her. Do it the most basic way possible. I imagine if you see like a tree shining or whatever, you like try and get her over near the tree. I've had it like just happen to me randomly, too. Stand on hills, grab the top of her head, and pull as much as you can. The camera angle will change, and if you hold it long enough, the lightning will strike guaranteed. Okay, that's good to know. You kind of like stay stationary a lot in this stage, so let's see if I could do that. Oh, this is a good position to... like this? Probably not like this. I don't think I got the top of her head proper. Luckily, she don't do a whole lot of damage. There we go, I got it to actually trigger. Thank you for that information. I always see that red arrow pointed ahead, but I'm like, how do I do that exactly? Yeah, that is a good way of explaining that fight. It's just like cryptic. Now Jelly Chan has a great weakness for cakes and candy. Rather than give them up to lose weight, she embraced the big beautiful philosophy. The demons took this belief to a ridiculous extreme, transforming her into a giant gluttonous blob. Now Jelly Chan is hungrier than ever, and in her new form, she can absorb and eat anything she touches. Thanks to her spongy body, Jelly Chan is resistant to regular attacks. Look to the skies for inspiration. Yeah, the drawing for Jelly Chan in the book. Let's do a save. But first, The Museum of Agony, I think, is what they properly call this. It goes by a different name. But you see, like, you get to see the model of who you have freed so far, and the demon that possessed them. Or their corrupted form, rather. And if you haven't purified them yet, you get to see the booba. The controls for this are a little bit weird, so... Can make her reflective. Crusty. And then you have like Linda looking up at it as like a reflective surface. Basically like tech demo stuff. I feel like this game was originally meant to like have a cel-shaded style. There's like a few things, like pieces of media that implied that it was gonna like have a cel-shaded look at first, but for some reason they didn't go with that. Yeah, you're supposed to like be punishing them or whatever, like when you're stretching them, is what this implies. But it just looks goofy. One of the bosses has some cel-shaded aspects to it. And even in the cutscenes, you see a little bit of cel shading. And in the credit sequence, I believe some of the bosses that will show will have cel-shaded looks to them. And I think it's like the back of the... It was some sort of promotional material, but it shows a lot of like the character models with cel-shaded on a... I don't know if it's like, if this ever got like an OST release or something. Yeah, the final game still has a vibe. That's good. Alright. Okay, I'm trying to get out of here. What? Okay, there we go. I never remember the controls of like how to navigate that menu very well. This is like back in the era where you just had to press buttons and hope for results. Yeah, somewhere out there is like probably a demo disc of an unfinished build of this. Though the release of this game is technically that of like an unfinished build in its own. It came out in Europe first as Freakout, then it was July 2001 in Europe it came out as Freakout, then like August 2001 in the United States as Stretch Panic, and then it finally got its final release in Japan as Hippa Linda. Let's do Face Off. Oh, we got one of the fat sisters. Goofy big nose, too. I feel like this was one of the bosses that was perhaps created first in concept of like, what can we do to make a really cool tech demo and a boss fight? It's a scary boss design. There, it's successfully tackled. No. I gotta grab all the facial... All the facial features are gonna attack me. I gotta grab them. Face Off is a fucking chaos of a fight. Okay, nose is on. Those eye lasers are annoying to deal with. Okay. that other eye. Yeah, I love the song for this battle too. I hope that one day Treasure like makes another game that is like as crazy as like what they used to do. At least maybe release this for like modern consoles in a way. I don't necessarily want a remaster, but the ear's so fucking gross because it like leaks like fucking wax. I have a very like conflicting feel about like remasters. Re-releases I'm fine with, as long as they like. I think this is like on the PS3 store. Okay. Face Off has officially been exercised. Near eye. I think one day there might be hope, because Treasure has been active on their Twitter, and they did recently celebrate the Silhouette Mirage anniversary by like uploading the manual and like one of the theme songs, like the title screen song of the game, and like you could just there's a small nod to their past, so they still are very proud of all the games that they've made. Ah shit, I dropped the ear. That took too long to put everything on. Dangerous, dangerous, dangerous. There we go. So tough to grab all the facial features. Where did you go, Face Off? How did I lose a giant target in the room? There we go. Yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of space on like the discs way back then. Well, maybe they did with DVDs, but like this is still early enough that I don't think like most developers knew how to like utilize the space properly. There we go. Oh, it was a singular voice actor, and I guess they like just voice pitched it for like the other boss fights too, and like applied filters. They're doing a lot of like experimental stuff back then. When Vinesauce played it, he was pretty hard on it. Like, I think people in the chat were assuring him, like, yeah, this is, like, Treasure's, like, first true 3D game, and they were kind of, like, figuring out the controls, and it was, like, that awkward transition where people didn't quite, know how to, like, create controls for 3D spaces just yet. Save complete. So, Here will be the lore for Face Off. More than any other sister, Faye was obsessed with her facial features. Her nose, her eyes, her mouth, her ears. She always paid a special attention to each. Now her face is gigantic and her features have a life of their own. If her facial features could somehow be rearranged on her head into a Picasso-style random configuration, the embarrassment would surely lower her defense. You're just, you're supposed to like Jade as Mrs. Potato Head, and then do massive damage, but I really suck at grabbing the facial features before she calls them all back. Yeah, this is a really good art style for a game. I just love all the chaos of like all the different colors. Let's go to the final EX world and just grind some points. It's kind of like a bummer how like a lot of modern games are like very muted in colors and like they don't get crazy color palettes like this anymore. It takes a lot for like an artist to properly know how to like use complementary colors. Cause like I feel like most people will look at Linda and go like, oh my god, what's with all these like awful color choices? Everything is clashing. It's like, no, it's like a lot of complementary colors leading into each other. They definitely did know what they were doing color-wise, in my opinion. I think another problem Vinesauce was experiencing when he was playing the game was he didn't quite know there was a lock-on feature. So if you know about like the lock-on, I want to say like the combat is like if you could play Zelda Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask, it's kind of similar. There's just a lot of strafing, just properly aiming. Purple and blue and magenta, a lot of complementary colors. My model, I don't really like specifically say or put it out there, but it's like CMYK ink, cyan, magenta, yellow, and then like of course K, which stands for like the black. I am an incubus, but I am also made of ink. But this isn't a very long game at all if you know what you're doing. Like it can last like an hour or so of gameplay if you're pretty damn good at it. Maybe 2 hours if you're a little bit slow at it. Maybe much longer if you're like trying to figure out everything and like don't know how to properly exercise, or you're just really bad at scarf bombing. Magenta is a color that doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. I don't know, is it like just a mixture of like other colors and it like I don't know. Was that all the bonitas? I think it was. Where's... oh, no, there's one over here. Two over here. Am I gonna fall off the cliff? I don't think I could fall off the cliff when I'm targeting something. A bonita Sona? Oh my god. You're probably like the only person out there that would probably like have something like that, I guess. Like, everyone looks at the Bonitas as like this like weird thing. The color spectrum is linear. It starts from red and ends in violet. Magenta is what you get when red and violet mix together, but on the color spectrum, if you do that, you should get green. Oh. DMYK, I don't know, like, printing stuff, really. So, that's a waste of the point. Our brain makes up the color. Interesting. I just like it because, like, all three of the colors together, like, they look good in a chaotic way, and they just, like, make perfect sense. But, and I know Cartoon Network's, like, new, color scheme or whatever, or it's been like this for a while. They basically use CMYK. And I'm like, people are discovering the palette and going like, ooh, I like these colors. I'm like, yeah, I've been using these colors for years. There's like a recent meme, draw yourself in the Cartoon Network palette. And I'm just like, that's CMYK. Alright, let's do Samantha. This is one of my other, like, super favorite fights. Got a really good song associated with it too, and I do like the character design of Samantha. We didn't get a good sister for this one. Like, canonically, I think she would be like one of the younger sisters to properly reflect what this boss looks like. Not one of the big fat sisters. It's like, I wish they fixed this in the Japanese version, but no, it's the same as this in the Japanese version too. All the sisters are randomized. Okay, she's just immediately gonna try and hammer me with this ball. Alright, there we go. Successfully exercised. Oh. So you want to bait her into picking up the various balls around her arena. If she grabs one of these, it's going to be like a fire attack that comes out. You want her to grab the big steel ball. Still, fire comes out. Let's try and stun her again. She's an easy quick boss battle too, unfortunately. Ah, I stretched the wrong way. Should basically like fit the rivalry of like, so she's like the youngest or second youngest sister or something like that. Linda's like right in the middle, I believe. But her powers are like essentially the same as Linda in a way. Yeah, it's just a little likable design of a boss. The more lore would be neat. I think it does perfectly fine with what we have currently. Okay. Let's bait her into grabbing a steel ball. Oh, no. She has different plans. see if I could properly get her this time. Nope. Sequel with a different girl and different family of sisters. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know how many more giant families of like 13 girls exist. I think the tagline of a story of a very unusual girl or whatever. I think that's the tagline. It's supposed to be a very unusual story and a very unusual character from the start. I always suck at like grabbing the fish toy and like stretching it properly. I am not a master. I am not a master. Just getting the right angle and like flicking it the right way. I struggle with that on this fight. Well, it's good like games like this still inspire people to like be creative and like get their own takes on it. I keep stretching it the wrong way and it doesn't go off and do what I want it to do. I wish more games would just like experiment with like corruption and possession. It's such a fun concept to like get a bunch of like quirky characters that have like very specific interests and then pervert those interests to turn them into monsters and like crude reflections of like who they actually are without like any sort of filter on them. Stuff like that is like always fun and like a little personal favorite of mine. Can't get it. I'm just gonna have to brute force it. I don't know why I'm trying to like... There's been other runs where like I do it just fine constantly and like I don't botch it constantly. I think I've beaten her in like under like a minute or so before, just like well timing this. There we go. It's my mission to properly show more people how this game really is. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about like a lot of classics that I like, which is a big reason why I've always like wanted to stream. And like I've had this idea of like, well, I'm just gonna showcase this game and give proper context so people stop looking at it and going like, ugh, what the fuck, Japan? Giant booby ladies? What? It kind of bothers me in a way, but like, I guess I can't blame them for being that way since the fucking game's plot is in the manual. Speaking of the manual, here we go. Samantha is the youngest of the sisters. Indeed, she was born less than a year after Linda, before she was seduced by the demons of vanity. Samantha loved playing with her plastic toy fish. Now Samantha's love for her favorite toy has been perverted, and the fish has become a deadly living weapon that can grapple large objects and throw them at Linda. So hopefully when I do get around to uploading this to YouTube, some more people will discover it and they'll get some proper context, because treasure games are like, well, they get a lot of revisions and re-releases. A lot of people don't know that Wario World is in a similar situation as Stretch Panic, where it came out everywhere but Japan. And then when the Japanese version came around, it was later, and they actually made improvements to the game and like added new content. So a lot of people don't know that Wario World has a Japanese exclusive Phase 2 to the final boss. Okay, let's do Android. Yeah, it's like getting a fat sister on her is like, that doesn't make any sense. Then again, does anything in this game make much sense? Android is a cute design. Ah shit, she's kind of a tough one. Right. This is doing Mario Galaxy shit before Nintendo even probably fucking conceptualized it. These are the satellite Zaccos, I think is what they're called. The blue ones conduct the electricity. There's a yellow one that's the source of the electricity somewhere. There we go. His old grainy ass face. Watch as I like blow all my fucking my points on trying to ooh, I don't know. I gotta get out of here. Where is she? Where is she? This is a very like technically cool boss fight, but I'm like not one of my favorites. Hey Mechanicat, how you doing? Where? Show yourself, Android. Where are you? I need to get a proper exorcism off on her. I think she flies away from you faster if you do damage to her. So maybe I should just like grab onto her for like 5 seconds and try and just casually do the chip damage to kill her. If I could even find her. It's actually giving me quite a difficult time trying to find her, unless I'm doing the boss fight wrong. As far as I can remember, she just floats around the stage. Scanning for light signals. There she is. You're just gonna be careful. There we go. She's successfully exercised now. If I could just finish her off easy by picking off her minions. This is the boring way to kill the boss, but it's easy. He's going crazy. Gonna take a celebratory Pepsi sip. Funky. Oh, thank you for the redeem and the hydrate and the posture check, Mechanicat. Let me drink some actual water. The crow's gonna join me. Here we go. At some point, the crow will always show up. Delicious Pepsi. Okay. Here we go. Android version 2.1. Anne was the nerd of the family, up until she discovered the joys of powdering her nose and applying mascara. Anne loved computers and astronomy, thus her inner image of perfect beauty is to be transformed into a satellite orbiting her own planet. Android drops 2 different kinds of Zacco, which form a chain for conducting electricity to zap Linda. The yellow Zacco are the source of the charge, the blue Zacco conducts. Oh, thank you. I plan to, like, stream more, this month, because, like, I got a lot of games I want to play for Halloween. There definitely will be Illbleed streams happening at some point. Maybe later on in the month, the closer we get to Halloween. Maybe I'll do some, smaller indie games. Maybe, like, Haunted PS1 Museum. There's no shortage of, like, festive games to play. I want to save Demonica. Here, we'll do Mirage. Yeah, Lobotomy Corp is something I also want to check out too. I'm not going to be good at that game at all. I suck at management, but I love the aesthetic of that game and what they're going for. Okay, you gotta stay still. Successfully did it right as I got damaged. There we go. There we go. It's a creepy boss too, like when you look at it. It's like just a floating mummy and a corpse. He's got a more complex moveset than most other bosses. Damn it! I fucking love that damn it voice clip. I like how Linda always says, "Get him!" It's like there's no male enemies in this game, really. I wait long enough, he does this creepy laugh and threatens me. We'll see it if it happens. I take long enough that it's probably... Alright, she fires the missiles. I get so tunnel vision just like trying to do like the basic attacks. Oh, I think that is it right there. Or as she said, watch your step, I think? It's almost dead. So, one of my favorite things about video games are usually boss battles and boss themes, and this game is just all about that. It's like more of a boss rush than it is anything else. I'm a sucker for like bosses having their own unique themes and everything. And this game does that. Does it too. It does it perfectly. It's nothing worse than like when a game has like unique boss battles, but like it still uses a generic boss theme that like they all share. It's like, god damn it. Bosses are like such a fucking cool, memorable part of games, and it fucking pisses me off when people think they're like a antiquated concept. That like, oh, bosses are just bad video game design. Oh, and there's her weakness. You get her to. You cause her to rain, and then it freezes her up in rock. Yeah. Shadow of the Colossus is like amazing. I don't like the remasters that they made though. And yeah, that's like this stupid like opinion. It's like why boss battles have disappeared from games for quite a while. It's like for some reason people think boss battles are bad game design. There's probably like some like stupid YouTube videos out there you can look up like why boss battles are not good video game design. Listen to me, a person who has never designed a video game, telling you what's good and bad. Okay, where? Okay, Mirage. Here's what the book says. Mirage always enjoyed Egyptian culture and mythology. In her vision of perfect beauty, she pictures herself as a mummified temptress in a voice. What are you doing, voice? What are you doing? Sarcophagus. Why? Of all the words for me to get a hang up on, it is a tough word to pronounce though. Sarcophagus. Fuck it. You have eyes. You can read it. I don't have to know every word in the English dictionary. I'm stupid. In a psychographer's outfit, Mirage uses the desert to her advantage, creating a tornado of sand to chase after Linda. If only there was some way to make the sand turn solid. Boss battles are meant to test the player's skills. They learn in a more climactic setting. Also gives a satisfying set piece for the protagonist for story-driven games. Yes, I agree. A boss battle and the lead up to a boss battle is very important and gets you hyped for the game. If you do not have boss battles in your game is boring. Kind of. It depends on the game, but there was Alice Madness Returns, which was a sequel to the Alice, the fucking American McGee's Alice. And they cut boss battles out of that game. They had like cool combat and everything, but the levels were just like long platforming sections of like nothing happening. And then like you get to the end of the stage and you're expecting a cool boss battle. Nothing happens. The stage ends. They cut out so much content from that game. It's like criminal. Okay, we have Cyan and Demonica. So I'm gonna do Cyan, because Cyan's cool. I love this boss theme as well. The fucking fat sisters always catch me off guard. There's like a more indirect way of fighting this boss. Hey, Alright, so these little guys are my my helpers in this battle. So I need to assist them when they get knocked down or thrown into walls. Because I currently can't do any damage to her if I try and attack her. And they will freeze her for me. There we go. Already like nearly half of her health. If I try and grab her, I can't. He's intangible. Oh, I gotta be quick about this because she has that and that will fuck me up. It's a rush to freeze her before she could do her charge damage. And we're gonna have no choice but to get hit by this. Yeah. I love how like dangerous and like emergency the music sounds. Just the setting of this fight too, with like the red alarm lights. Come on. Oh no, the music is glitching. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, I'm playing this on a... It's not real hardware, unfortunately. I do own a copy of the game physically with the manual and all. Something tells me I should have maybe tested this before.
Get out of my sight, troll. Get out of my sight.
Maybe something about this fight in particular is just. And there we go. There's the crash. So I'm probably gonna have to do some of these fights all over again now. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Well, the stream's gone to shit. Let me try something real quick. Nah, that's not gonna work. Ah, emulation. Ah. I wish I knew that before I went. Everything seemed to be working so perfectly. I forgot which sister I saved at.
Stretch panic.
Yeah, judge me, Mechanicat. My actual PS2 is probably on its death legs if it hasn't already died. Alright, let's see who I... Oh, here I was hoping this would be a smooth stream. Okay, we got Cinder, of course. Spinner, Siren, Miss Mecha, Face Off, Jelly. Okay, yeah, so we're missing quite a few bosses. It's... okay, I should have saved more often. I don't mind. I like this game. It's fun. Let's kick Samantha's ass again. So yeah, heads up, if you're gonna try and play this game yourself, save right before Cyan. Is it? Oh, have a good night, an enemy. And is it exclusive to Cyan's fight, or can it happen like any fight? Oh, I actually got hit by the cannonball. Right, where'd she go? Where'd she go? Okay, managed to do that successfully. Yeah, I didn't point that out. She fucking pukes from being tossed around so much. It can happen at any time. Okay, that, I'll just start saving after every boss battle to be safe. Whoops, I didn't know that about the emulation. I did a little bit of practice before the stream, but, I never came across that problem. I'm gonna guess maybe it's rare. Like, it's been a couple years. This is a very smooth Samantha fight. Ah, I'm so bummed about the crash, though. That's such a bummer. Oh well. There's always a little scuff in every stream. I try and like get things like perfect and do them in a way that's like a very pleasing format. Cause like when you doing streams and all that, it's unscripted stuff, basically. So I think a lot about like how to do presentation and stuff, and how to like theme things to the best of my ability. But then there's like always like wild cards like that happening. Yeah, it's not a real stream without scuff. Anyone just joining will at least get to see the cool boss battles. Okay, have to do Android again. We'll see if I can immediately exercise her. She's a fat sister this time. Now, it's probably gonna suck if I get to Cyan again, and it does it at the same exact point, and then I'm just barred from beating the game. I just want her to carry me around, because I think flicking her will cause her to just like fly away and break contact with the scarf. So I'm just gonna bust these little guys up. If I catch her floating in the air, I'll give her a few slaps. They snuck up right behind me. Oh, there she is. I hear her, but I do not see her. Oh shit, ow, ow, ow. When you do grab her, it does a ton of damage to her. The problem is just finding her. There we go. A speedier kill this time. And then we just gotta do Mirage again, and then I'm pretty certain that we'll be back up to where we were. The fucking fat sister dances, she just shakes the entire screen. I always love that dumb detail. Yeah. I'll go save. It could happen on any stage. God damn. I wish it happened to me like when I was doing a little practice run. Like, yeah, I'll just fight a boss or two, see if like there's any glaring issues that happen. The problem with like doing this stuff live is like you just hope everything works, and for the most part everything usually does work. Pretty sure there's like resources around or whatever that I should... I need to grind up some points, actually. Oopa. Hey, anyone new to the stream and seeing this for the first time, these are Zacco Bonita. Young girls possessed by demons of vanity that wanted bigger boobs. Got ice physics, and I should just go back to like the first stage, but these do have more hit points than the other stages. So I do get more chances at more points if I hit their weak spot. The stage's music reminds me of the dot hack games in a way. Maybe I like to kind of use like the same samples. It just like it has a very digital sounding feel to it. In like that fake technology MMO way. If that makes any sense at all. Sometimes I don't even make sense to myself. I hope that glitch doesn't occur on the final boss. That's gonna suck, because the final boss is actually, like, pretty goddamn tough. It's over this way. I think. Need to slingshot my way up here. Ah, fuck. Oh, that was close. That was close. Buzz, any more? Oh. I wonder if they're capable of like shoving me off the stage. If I have a little pathway over here at least. If I'm targeting them, I wonder if they can actually still bounce me off the stage or not, if I completely cancel that out by like, still having them targeted. Alright, 30 points is pretty good. Let me do another emergency save, just in case. I really should look at the wikis that beforehand that like kind of clue me into like what can happen, what could possibly go wrong. That's my fault. Okay, let's do Mirage again. And I know there's a wiki out there that like documents all that stuff for like emulation. I just don't think there's like the people making the emulators are that particularly like huge super fans of specific games. They're just more so trying to like make it work with everything, and that's like the biggest issue. Okay, successful. Okay, where's the water? Where's the water? Here we go. Ah, she stopped right before the water. Gonna chase me around under the sand. Just let her hit me. Back to the water, back to the water. Ah, man, I actually got way too far away from the water. It's probably not gonna reach it. No, she stopped. Nope, she's gonna do it again. She's gonna do it again. Lucky me, lucky me. Alright, here we go. Big damage, big damage. Run away from the missiles. I don't think I could. No, no, no. It's risky to like turn around and try and grab them immediately. I need to pay better attention as to when she's firing them. No, no, no. Let's see if she'll come over here. Nope, she stopped. She's gonna go for the under sand attack again. There we go. Now I'm back to where I initially was before the crash. Yeah, this in a way does showcase the fact that like the sisters are randomized too before they get possessed. one of the weirder decisions of the game. That I don't know like why it works that way. I think it would have been cooler if they designed the sisters to like always specifically be a certain boss. And they didn't. Maybe they just didn't have time to fix that. Okay, let's try Cyan again. Watch it crash a second time. I don't want to jinx myself. I don't want to jinx myself.
You're no match for me. Invade!
Ah, fuck, right as I scarf bombed.
Get out of my sight. Invade!
Cyan's gonna like always give me the fucking most trouble out of any boss. Crash my game and then screw me over my scarf bomb. Shit, god damn it. My trigger fucking disconnected. Well, not necessarily. It's like sensitive. If the input isn't like held down like really firmly, it will just stop that input. So I gotta like hammer it pretty hard and like make sure it's in all the way. It's using one of those like dumb Logitech controllers that suck ass. It's all reliable. Oh, did it again. Maybe. Here we go.
Stretch panic.
Instead of going through grinding the points again, I'll just reload the save file and try it again. He's the tall green sister now. Not so Cyan. Like Cyan, oh wait, for me like always has to be like one of the taller sisters, I would think.
My invasion begins. Invade!
Okay,
Get out of my sight! Out of my sight!
They're gonna just freeze it. Did my scarf bomb? This is just gonna give me issues. I can lock onto those small guys. God damn it.
Get out of my sight.
Why is it disconnecting like that? Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe it's not my controller. I'm holding this down pretty firmly.
Stretch panic.
Man, Cyan, thank you for fucking up the stream. I would have had her down too if not for that glitch, and then man, it would have been such a cool, clean playthrough. If you man. Ah well. Cyan just fucking my shit up. Like, if I don't get her into 2 tries, I just gotta, like, reset. Did the game freeze? I think the game froze. Ah! Cyan, why? Okay. God damn it. Cursed boss battle. Cool, a really cool boss battle, but a very cursed one.
Stretch panic.
Some very noisy birds out right now. I don't know if my microphone's picking them up though. Not that I mind, I like birds. Alright, fat sister.
Invade. Get out of my sight. Impossible.
Maybe I just have to do it immediately when they freeze her. Oh, fuck, sorry about that. If you tried to link something, that's a known problem with Stream Elements, but I gotta, like, figure out, like, what's causing it to do that. I've just been so fucking lazy and, like, haven't been getting on top of that. Yeah, fucking... what am I doing wrong with the Scarf Bomb? Alright guys, come on, freezer. Oh.
Get out of my sight.
She broke free again.
You're no match for me.
Thank you for the clip. I wasted all my points trying to. You know, let's come back to Cyan. Like, Cyan's giving me a lot of trouble. I got it perfect on the first time too. The fucking crash screwed me over. Ah. We'll showcase Demonica instead. Demonica's a really fucking cool fight. This is like the most Halloween-y boss. Oh, this is like the correct sister to get for her too. Yeah, it's a very anxiety-inducing fight. Yeah, no boss came out. And nope, she's so horrific. You just can't see her. You will die if you see her. So the whole fight is purposely keeping her out of the room so that she doesn't instantly kill you. You can see her like kind of shuffling in the back. Need to be able to get that door. Kind of supposed to use the sounds to be able to locate where she is. Shit. Missed my opportunity to prevent her from breaking in. This is a very hard fight. Missed opportunity again. Oh shit. Okay, that's critical damage at least. And you can see the Hang's sister flashing through the screen. Okay, good, exercised, and depending on what I get. Oh. It'd be cool to showcase what happens if you fail to keep her out. I'm doing a bad job at locating her by sound alone. You don't get to see her, but something cool does happen. Look at the little zombie dudes. Like, you got these, like, cool fucking bloody gimp masks on the wall. This is such a, like, fucking cool fight. Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. You know what? Let me get a save real quick. Let me just show you what happens. I think she'll break through this. You only get one shot at the stained glass. Linda's eyes are just like pulsing, like she's just seen the most horrific shit she's ever seen in her entire life. Time to die. That must have sounded horrible. My voice kind of cracked trying to do that. Okay, just because I'm a fucking scumbag. Here we go. I just wanted to showcase that. And I'm like, fuck, if I beat her, I already got her exercise, and if I beat her, we're not gonna get to see that. Oh yeah, you get to see the hang sister. Ah, there you go, you crazy psychopath. You're welcome. When I play games I always like to showcase the stuff that is cool and a lot of people don't get to see. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably do see the death of they're playing it for the first time and they don't know what to do, or you're just really bad at it. It's a tough, stressful fight, and it's also RNG based. You could just get really unlucky and not be able to keep track of her properly. Alright, and as for lore, here we go. Demonica. Demonica has an unhealthy passion for all things horror related. Books, movies, comics, you name it, she's into it. As such, the demons of vanity have transformed her into the ultimate visage of terror, a being so horrible that to even look at her is fatal. As Linda battles Demonica, she must try to keep her out of the room. If Demonica manages to break through one of the room's many barricaded doors or floor grates, it's game over. Linda's only hope is to use sound and the holes in the wall to track Demonica's location. So you can see her running around, and you have to do, you do have to listen. It's voice context clues and all that, and you could kind of predict where she is. But I can't really, I got a lot going on here, so. I'm talking, I'm streaming also. I'm not playing in the fullest resolution that I can play in. Yeah, not even the manual shows her true form. All we get is the silhouette to go by. I'm sure someone could rip the model, but it's probably just a black figure. But I have 2 chances at Cyan. Oh, this is the perfect sister to get for Cyan too. She's got the blue hair, and she's tall. Hopefully I could get her a clear on this one. Maybe I'm just getting too close to her when I'm doing the scarf bomb, and that's been the issue. Yeah, she broke it again. I'm definitely doing something wrong. I think canonically you're supposed to fight her second to last final boss. Ah, why am I having so much trouble? There, got it. Now I just have to not die. Yeah, they're like working to my detriment. Well, at least they're all in like a singular location. I'm surprised it's probably supposed to use like the headbutt attack, but I don't know, I'm like pretty nervous. Yeah, she's got this attack, and if I like take too long, she's gonna just immediately like I got 5 shots with her. Here, let's try and do a headbutt. It's not much more damage. I'm doing something wrong. Uh-oh. They're freezing her again. Alright, it's gonna take a while. I might die, and then I'll have to like... Did I my memory's bad. Did I save after Demonica? Be sure I did. Uh-oh, entering attack mode. Oh, I did something right there.
Entering attack mode of my side.
Yeah, I should be able to kill her next time they freeze her. Anytime, guys. Anytime. There we go. Ah, thank God. No crashes. Whooper. This is the cutest sister right here. Ah, the most difficult. Watch as I like, try one-shot the final boss. Like, I don't have any issues at all with the spirit. Like, here we go. This is, how do I... Spirit. You can see her door right there. Drops me right in front of her. Let's save, though, before I do anything else. So let me grab the lore for Cyan real quick. Cyan, the smallest in the family. Cyan always felt herself inferior to her sisters because of her height. In demonic form, she has become a towering, gigantic, stationary alien, waging war against a battalion of tiny jetpack shock troopers. The troopers are Linda's ally in this battle, and Linda must keep them in the air and fighting if she wants to defeat Cyan. So I guess actually that wasn't the best sister. I'm just thinking it because she has like blue hair and like the whole Cyan thing. She's probably like one of the little, the shorties. Careful there, Bonita. Fuck. The Napoleon complex sister, basically, is what Cyan is. I definitely want like a number of points just so I can fight Spirit, and if I screw up, I'll be able to keep multiple attempts and hopefully have to keep the resetting down to a minimum if I don't botch it. I can't remember it off the top of my head. She has like a weakness. Fuck. I know I want to focus the towers when those appear. Make her arms red, and when they are red, you can grab onto the hand and drag it into one of the flaming torches. Okay, okay. Thank you for the heads up. There's still more of these to farm for points. I know my best bet for exercising Spirit is just going for it right away. If I don't get it within like the start of the battle, then basically reset. Yeah, this is like one of the best out of context like songs of the game. You don't need the boss's visuals to go with it. It's just like a nice hyper song. The people are like, this song's cool, where's it from? And then you show them where it's from, and they see all like these giant fucking booba ladies walking around. And they're like, this doesn't match up at all. Whoops. Yeah, I feel like this would be Linda's theme song. Alright, let's exit this level. I think Spirit is like 6, so we should have enough for at least like 3 purifications. Yeah, Flinda made it into Smash. I never in a million years will happen, but like crazier things have happened. But if anything, maybe one day Treasure could like make their own fighter game and like have all these characters. But that's probably also a licensing nightmare because a lot of these games are created under different companies and like published by like say Square Enix now, and they don't technically have the rights to the characters anymore. Like some stuff that they've made is definitely caught in like copyright hell. Like Mischief Makers. I don't know if we'll ever see the light of day of Mischief Makers ever again. Because fucking Enix. Yeah, her head did a 180. A nice little glitch I pulled there. Alright, here we go. This is the final boss, and this is a good song as well. Just pulling up these little statues. Ah, successfully. Oh my god, that's such a fucking good scarf bomb. So the little statues she pulls up from the ground, they're all kind of like using the abilities from the other bosses. So this is Cinders, and then shit. Miss Mecha is like firing the missiles. These stupid things though, they get in the way, and this is gonna get chaotic quick. Ah, if not for this missile, I would have had that. Hands right, I could drag it to the fire if I have an opportunity, but there's a lot of chaos going on right here. But notice how her arms are like in a cel-shaded style, which is like I think like the game was originally like supposed to look cel-shaded. Try and destroy the statues as she raises them. It's such a good fucking final boss song too. I love how spooky it is and chaotic. He will do a ton of damage if she manages to grab me. But I'm trying to play it safe and repel her attacks.
Come to me. That hurt.
Almost. I want to get rid of that Cinder statue. That and the Miss Mecha one are like the most dangerous. Here we go. Did it. One shot, baby. This is the eldest sister, by the way. This little short thing right here. Easy for me, because I'm a pro gamer. I got really, really lucky with the Scarf Bomb and got it just right where I got like a ton of damage and didn't get interrupted. I was trying to drag her hand, but like I'm a little paranoid, I guess, and I try and like more so play it safe than risky if I can. Alright, so here is the final lore of the sisters. Spirit, the eldest member of the family. Spirit has become Linda's ultimate adversary. Spirit's dream was to become a ghost, a formless apparition with the ability to influence the world of the living. She does so through the use of 2 phantom claws, the only part of her body that is real, per se. Spirit's desire for children also manifests itself in her demon form, creating a deadly Zaco statues to exist her. Let's take one final peek at the Museum of Agony. We got Cinder. Spinner. Yeah. I'd admire the boss designs. Siren. And that's probably like how they did her like actual model, is like she's just like underground and she flips when the thing shows up. Miss Mecha. Android. Face off. It's such a creepy design, I love it. Ooh. Samantha. Jelly-chan. Aww. Scary. Demonica. She's just represented as the door. And like her little bleeding eye minions or creepy pasta minions. Cyan, the Game Destroyer. The sketchy Jelly Chan. Mirage. Whoa. He's just like a mummified form. I'm pretty sure I showed the lore for every single boss after I beat it. And finally, we have Spirit. So all the boss's doors have disappeared. We have successfully exorcised all the Zakko and demons. Our sisters are free, and we are able to leave. And it's a nice little song. Yeah, she's a good final boss. We did it, Reddit. Now give me all your Reddit karma. We beat the Big Booba game. Now see, this is where you see all the bosses and like they're cell shaded and the game has a completely different style. But there's like no options or codes like actually activate the cell shading. I would love like, maybe if they were to ever remaster this game, maybe give us some options to play with different filters on and like give us like this cell shaded version. It'd probably look really fucking good. I do like it how it currently is. But I'm a sucker for cel-shaded graphics. Maybe there was an issue with like the whole stretching mechanic that like didn't quite work with the cell shading, and maybe that's why they opted out of the cell shade look. Or maybe this is like always a stylistic choice. I don't know. If there's ever an interview of the creators again, I would like that question to come up, if it even exists. So my friend mentioned earlier that there is an interview. Yeah, the intro is a comic, so maybe it is by like decision to just like stylistically make it look more like a comic book. Conspiracy Entertainment. Treasure. And yeah. That's the game. We beat it.
Stretch panic.
but we're not quite done just yet. I have the Japanese version. And we're gonna just poke around this in a bit. I'm not gonna beat the entire game all over again. I'll save that for like when I have an itch to play this game again. So, as I said earlier, this game came out like July 2001 in Europe first under the name Freakout. And then it came to the United States in August 2001 with the name Stretch Panic. And then in December 2001, its final version, which basically like fixed some stuff, added some new content, new enemies, came out in Japan. I don't think the other versions did not have a demonstration that actually played. Yeah, the demo vids are a new thing. Was there anything different about the intro, or did it basically function the same exact way? It's the same? Okay, I'll be able to skip it. Did I get to finish my thought before I went into a different like tangent? The portraits are, I think the portraits are like changed and new. They at least like have some geometry to them. They're not just like a flat picture. Maybe it was always like that though. The save point is just a giant memory card floating. So yeah, December 2001 is when it came out in Japan. And they had some extra time to just like fix things up and kind of rebalance the game a bit. And they added new enemies to the Zako zones. But I wouldn't necessarily call them enemies. They don't really do anything. They're just like little physics toys. They're just like little seal dudes and like these like crazy fish mouths. And they just squeak when you pick them up. And you can just toss them. I don't think you can actually kill them or get points at all. But we can see a new enemy up there. It's like fucking, it's terrifying, it's creepy. You angle just right, you can see like, you can see the eye texture like going right through their head. Yeah, they don't actually hurt you or anything. I want to call them enemies, but they're not really even enemies. They don't do anything. They're basically just a reskin face-off head. And they just like change colors. So the big booba ladies are still around. They're just not that common in this first stage. Casey's still here, but She dies in 1 hit, instead of the 2 hits that the American version has. So overall, the point yield is very low for the Japanese version. And where the door was once on that island, that is no longer the case. It just goes back to where, like, if you fall off the stage. Which I'll demonstrate in a bit. God, if I saw one of those coming at me in the dark, I would just fucking shit myself. It's scary. Yeah, I imagine, like, speedrunning this game. I don't know which would be faster, the Japanese version or the American version. Like, see there now, we're just back at the start. We don't gotta, like, actually find a door and just, do shit to properly exit. Just have an easy, fast way to get the hell out and reset. So, another difference. Let's go to Siren again. Yeah, Siren's like the first boss that comes to mind when I really think of this game. It's just such a good design. It's very simple. They get nameplates, so you actually see their names, well, at least in Japanese, and their like titles and all that. So all the bosses have those now. That's a completely new graphic in addition. I love when, like, the boss battles actually show a boss's name. Like, right before you fight them. Alright. Now here's another balance difference. Scarf Bomb only takes 3 points instead of 5 this time. So the points that you get from enemies are lower in this version, but you don't need as many points to do the Scarf Bomb. I don't know if it's like the same situation for like paying the fee to like enter a boss battle, since like some bosses like have an entry level entry fee. Yeah, Zelda's always like a big example of that. That's why I think I like it so much. Like, I always look forward to the bosses in Zelda games. Yeah, this is definitely a game that could be played in Japanese, like, and not be, like, hard at all to finish to completion. Since, like, practically everything is already in English except for some small menu stuff. Even, like, the voice samples and all that are still English. But the final, damn it, then it goes evil mode and blows up. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if the Museum of Agony has like any differences to it. Linda, you didn't hit that. You didn't hit the bell with your head. You hit the solid concrete. I think it's more or less the same. Like her actual model, it's disconnected from her lower form. So if you grab her just in the right way, you like stretch her away from her top. Trying to get the... There we go. Wow. Let's see if it's the same for this. I'm pretty sure it's the same for this. You can see like where it divides her torso from her abdomen. Yeah, there you go. See? She's floating. Yeah. So, if I ever get the... Which I will. I'll like always want to revisit this game occasionally and just like give it a playthrough. With my newfound knowledge that it can have a potential fucking freeze and crash, I'll be sure to save between every bosses. But this is my first stream of the game. It's a game that I like a lot. It's a flawed game, but it's a beautiful flawed game. And it's not necessarily a very Halloween-y game, but I think it counts within the context that it's about demons and possession, and Demonica's level exists, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna stream this for during October. It's creepy enough. I love demons, I love monsters. Here we go, perfect game. It's a different kind of Halloween. It's a cutesy Halloween game, and I love cutesy Halloween. All right. Let's head back real quick. Nah. Ah. So, yep, it's officially the start of Spooky Month. I wanted to do this stream yesterday, but I wasn't. It's begin October 1st of like a stream, but I just wasn't feeling up to it. I guess I got a little bit nervous about starting the stream up, and I wasn't feeling too good anyways. Like I woke up late. I wasn't showered. And I was just like, oh, I need to eat something too, and it's a whole bunch of like bad headspace stuff prevented me from like starting the stream, even though I was like 100% ready, and I woke up early that morning to just like to put the finishing touches on a lot of stuff and gather the manual screen caps so I would have this to like have a nice clean presentation of the game and give lore context. And it's unfortunate that Cyan was such a fucking hassle, because like none of the other bosses really gave me that much of a struggle, but Cyan crashed my game, made me have to fight the other bosses again. And it would have been a very clean, cool run, but she screwed it all up. She screwed it all up. Yeah, maybe next time I'll have better luck. Though I don't know if I'll show off the manual again next time. Who knows? Maybe I'll be dissatisfied with this stream and embarrassed of it in the long run, and I'll want to do it again, but do it perfect this time. let me fix the TV now. I think we could change it off of the Stretch Panic channel. Right into an eyeball. Oh, this is the Star Fox commercial where he turns into an actual fox. Yeah, my room, it's gotten pretty hot. Though I might go outside and enjoy the nice breeze that's going on outside. There he is, there's a fox. Yeah, what game will I play next? I don't know. I gotta give it some thought, actually. Games to expect. Splatterhouse 1, 2, and 3. Will they all be this year? I don't know. I gotta properly test them out. Okay, just had to remember I fixed that so I don't have any more delay issues. When playing PS5 games, I always have to offset the delay by -500, because so I notice when I record is it picks it up with a little bit of a delay, and it's a little quick fix. Well, I like to test it beforehand. Okay, Illbleed, basically 100% confirmed. That's a Halloween mandatory game. Everyone needs to fucking play Illbleed during October. Them's the rules, them the laws. If you break the laws, you're gonna get locked up in jail. And Carnival, I will play. That'll be a very short stream though. Getting that game to run is a fucking pain in the ass, but I have it and it runs. So that's a fun little small showcase. House of the Dead 1, probably a few playthroughs of that if tech issues allow me to, because like last time I tested it, I was having some issues with getting it to work right. It would off-center my VTuber model for some reason, so I'm gonna have to do some testing and see if I can get that working. I hope to see you around more. It's been fun. And then I could always like play something safe, like Silent Hill or a Resident Evil game. But if I'm gonna play like a Resident Evil game, probably the first Resident Evil. That's like the most like Halloween spooky one. 2 is spooky in its own way, but like that could be like an off-season game to play, honestly. Like playing a Silent Hill game, they all like are perfect for fucking October. You're welcome. So it's always my goal to like, if I'm gonna stream something, try and make it cool and like try and make it worth people's time. Sometimes, like if I'm really passionate about it myself, I want to be at my best when I'm showcasing these games. I don't want to like. I don't want to provide a lackluster stream. That like, hey everyone, look at this! Isn't this wacky? No commentary or knowledge of the game. I don't know. It's I've lost my train of thought. The heat's kind of getting to my head a bit. I need to go get something to eat before I get a headache and exhaustion. So yeah, my plans for October, just as per usual. Follow my Twitter, follow the YouTube. I don't have a Discord channel or anything yet, so just kind of like play it by ear. I always like advertise and like, I don't know. If you follow me or whatever, just click that little bell icon and make sure you're getting the alerts for when I go live if you want to catch my streams again. Alright, so to close things out, thank you for watching, thank you for lurking, Thank you for checking out the VODs on YouTube or Twitch. And take care of yourselves. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.